Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, I'll continue my teachings or my sharing about John Maxwell's 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. The lesson today is entitled The Law of Modeling. And the law of modeling says this. It says it's hard to improve when you have no one but yourself to follow. Wow. Those are very impactful words. But it reminds me of my early days on my journey, because it was an individual who mentored me, who served as a model for me in my early days, that transformed the direction that I was headed in, that allowed me to move forward in an area of my life that I needed extreme modeling in to eventually become and reach the pinnacle of my recruiting career when I was appointed as the chief of recruiting operations for the Air National Guard. If not for this modeling and mentoring from this gentleman, this former leader, I probably would never have made it to that point. Models and mentors are of great value to all of us. If we're only following ourselves, then we're missing out on so much that's available for us to learn and grow and become our best versions. So I had a lot of mentors in my journey, but this particular individual was special, and he added great value to my life. In fact, recently I called him and thanked him for being that model, for setting that example for me. Some of the things that I learned from him, I'm going to try to share with you today in words that are perhaps more in line with John Maxwell's words, but they are things that I did when I was looking for additional mentors and models or coaches in my career. And yes, this was not the only one that I had. I had many. I had a lot of really good ones, and I was blessed to have many good ones. But I was also blessed to have a few that were not so good. And yeah, I learned lessons from both of them. Those who were really good, I learned great lessons from on how to do things. And those who were not so good, well, I learned things not to do. But as you start looking for a model or a coach or a mentor, I would like to give you some ideas of what you need to start with when you're looking for them. When you're looking to find that mentor, what kind of examples are you looking for in a person? Well, John lists several things in the book that he calls models of a mentor or characteristics of a good mentor. And so I'm going to share with you how those impacted me. So as my journey started, I was looking for mentors who could set a worthy example. I was looking for good mentors, not bad mentors. Even though while I was looking for the good ones, I unexpectedly came across a few that were not good examples. And I came very close to modeling some of those. But fortunately, the other ones outweighed them. And I realized that I needed to follow the good examples, the worthy examples, those things that were going to move me in the right direction. The second thing that I was looking for when I was working towards finding good models was I needed somebody who was willing and available to share with me when I was there to ask questions. And from their perspective, the great thing for me was that I was willing to listen and do what they shared with me to apply those lessons that they shared with me. So not only was I looking for someone who was available to me, but I was going to be available to them to listen and learn and use their experiences to help me, which was the next thing that I was looking for. I was looking for someone who actually had been out and experienced the journey, not someone who based everything on theory, but somebody who had actually walked in that path, who had actually gone down that road and served in that capacity. So when I was preparing myself to take the chief of recruiting operations positions, I looked out to some of those folks that had served in that position ahead of me to find out what areas they would recommend as a leader that I should work on. And they freely gave me that advice. You know, John says that experience is a great teacher, but he says evaluated experience is even better. So one of the things I did is I found someone that I could ask questions about. How am I doing? What do I need to do differently? How do I need to do this better? I didn't rely on myself because well, of course, I'm going to say good things about me, but I needed someone who was going to be honest with me, who was going to be upfront with me, someone who was going to be supportive, another thing that I was looking for, supportive, but also in that area of being supportive, I needed them to also be willing to tell me the truth. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear. If I'm doing something poorly or incorrectly, let me know. I can't grow if I don't know where I need to grow. So when we're looking at that from a supportive standpoint, we need that individual who is going to be brutally honest with us, but still support us in our journey. And so as I think about models and mentors, you know, I see these folks as coaches who have made a difference in my life. And it is without question. There's no doubt that if I had not invested in finding those mentors, and if they had not invested in me, I would not be sitting here this morning, sharing with you about my journey and about the lessons from John Maxwell. It is because I took the initiative to go out and find mentors, to find coaches, to find others to model my life and journey after. I haven't stopped doing that either. I still look out for thought leaders who can add value to me. I listen to Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and John Maxwell and Bob Proctor and many, many others, Paul Martinelli, Roddy Galbraith. I listen to all of these folks. I read the books. I continue to find ways to be mentored, even if it's not in person. I can be mentored by the words in the books. These paperbacks right here are a form of models and mentors. There are so many ways for us to get good examples and to find good examples to help us make a difference in our communities, in our businesses, and in our families. So if you're looking for a mentor, if you need a coach, I would encourage you to reach out to me. I have, over the years, become certified as a coach. I can teach, I can train. I offer opportunities for you to grow to your next level. Reach out to me, especially in these hard times. And let's chat. Let's talk about how we can continue on our growth journey during this crisis. Hey, man, I hope this lesson was of value today. I know every time I give a lesson like this, I am reminded of the things that I need to do to make myself better. And I hope that you're getting the same value from them as I am. So have a great day. I look forward to seeing tomorrow as we share one more lesson from John Maxwell's 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Have a great day and be safe.